Hey guys, how you doing? Today is October 1st. It's Sunday. The year is 2017. So for the next generation science standard that we are covering this the next over the next couple of days during this upcoming week, we're going to be focusing on natural hazards, natural resources, and climate, and the effects that human activity has on those three factors or on those three topics. For this evening's homework, we're going to be focusing on natural hazards. So, just to give you a rundown, the first thing that you guys have to do for your assignment this evening is that you have this video to watch, you have an additional natural hazards video to watch, and then you have a Padlet assignment. Okay, so getting down to natural hazards. Uh, Natural hazards are things that are naturally occurring in our environment, things that we do not have control over. Um, Volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, tornadoes, floods. These are not man made things, these are usually Mother Nature. I will talk about a little bit later about how we as human beings can affect those um, hazards. But one of the important things that I want you to remember is that a natural disaster is different from a natural hazard. A natural hazard is the occurrence, and a natural disaster is usually the events that take place afterward. So if you look at Hurricane Katrina, the hurricane was the hazard, the disaster was Hurricane Katrina, the aftermath, the flooding, the damage to property, the loss of lives, um, those types of things. That would be considered a natural disaster, which is different from a natural hazard. Now, when we look at this, I want you guys to keep three things in mind. Can we predict natural hazards? Remember, there are a number of different types of natural hazards that occur. How can we predict them? Can we prepare for them? And how would you prepare for the different types of natural hazards? And what types of human activity affect natural hazards? And I'll give you a couple of examples in regards to human activity and their effects on natural hazards. Earthquakes, you might think, how can we affect earthquakes as human beings? They just seem so much more powerful and mighty than the human race, and something so far away from anything that we could ever affect. But you look at actions such as fracking, which is a process of um, using pressurized chemicals to extract uh, petroleum from bedrock. Now, what you're doing is you're destabilizing uh, the bedrock system, the rock system underneath us when you do that. And that actually affects uh, tectonic plates. We are seeing, with scientific evidence, we are seeing seismic activity in places that we don't usually see seismic activity because of these types of activities. Again, you look at recently what's been in the news with North Korea testing their weapons, their nuclear weapons. They had a test recently that actually registered seismic activity on the scale seismic scale. So again, this is something that can affect natural hazards. Then you look at climate in regards to storms and in regards to hurricanes and tornadoes, pressure, temperature, those types of things. And when you throw into the mix global warming and climate change, these can affect the severity and the occurrences in regards to these natural hazards. So our activities as humans can definitely affect natural hazards. Um, Climate change having to do with greenhouse gases, fossil fuel emissions, those types of things. So, again, remember the three things that I want you to consider: predictability, preparation, and the effects of human activity on natural hazards. Your assignments for this evening are to watch the videos. I have attached some questions to them. Please answer those and also participate in the Padlet post. Those links will all be found on Mr. Oberle's Biology Classroom Google site. So you can find those there. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and take care of yourselves. Tomorrow we are going to work collaboratively in groups to discuss different scenarios of natural hazards and disasters throughout the world and come up with good discussions on those. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Please come prepared and have a wonderful evening.